Who asks a chick for their number nowadays? Man, don't get me started.
What?
Man, in fact, yo, can
Thank you.
somebody answer this question for me, man? Before we start the show. Can somebody answer this? What exactly is
We
dating
on
in
right now.
2019?
We on right now. You know that.
Oh shit, we on. Oh my bad. All right, so I'm gonna let you. Okay, go ahead.
Been around the world. We'll get into it.
I don't think he's coming back. He gave the reason. He said that he hadn't said before, and he was so mad. And I don't think he's coming back. I did too much time, wasted too much time. Now I'm here and crying. I've been around the world and I can't find my baby. I don't know when, I don't know why. Why he's gone away and I don't know where he is.
Red Pill know about that one. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Super Friends, episode 7. We talking about traveling, man, in honor of Red Pill Chauvinist. He's in Costa Rica, so I felt like that's not nothing to ignore. You know what I'm saying? It's like alive. He could be just enjoying himself, which he has been doing, but just for him to take the time out of his vacation time to come on. And I always speak on traveling. Lawrence D. Adams, me, him, and Red Pill have private talks about traveling. Attraction Manson, he's young. I know he wants to travel, so you can talk about your child traveling aspirations and all that. Where you want to go, where you plan on going, when you think you're going to do it, boom, boom, boom. Lawrence 2, Red Pill 2. Red Pill, jump it off, man. I see you showing everything around, Stan. So you just can't do that. You gotta talk now.
Listen, I've had a long 5 days. I think my voice is a little hoarse. I've done many activities since I've been out here, man. And I'm like, where should I start? Would you say traveling? You say, when should I travel? When's the best time to travel? Ask me again. I'm hyped right now.
Oh, well, I was saying that for Attraction Manson. He young, so he's still in high school. So if he hasn't traveled, then he could still have his aspirations and shit that he wanted to do.
Well, as far as if I were to give advice to Wiz Kid, I would tell him definitely travel in the U.S. first, because my opinion is once you travel outside the U.S., you're not going to want to travel in the U.S. anymore. Like, it'll be pointless. Like I'm going to Miami in a few months, but I'm only going there because of a bachelor party. Like, if it wasn't for that, I don't see no reason to go to Miami. I mean, I'd go to Cali because Cali's cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the left coast like that, but overall, I would definitely travel in the States first, get all those things out the bucket list as far as Las Vegas, Miami, some places in Cali, maybe San Antonio, Houston, whatever the spots right there. But once
you guys are underestimating me, dude. My family's big on vacationing or whatever, but I've been to Texas, I've been to Mexico, I've been to Florida like 15 times, been to Los Angeles twice. But I haven't been to New York yet. I really want to check out New York and Las Vegas, and then I want to get over to Paris sometime. Like, that's high on my bucket list. But like, when it comes to game and like traveling, I think the perfect thing is like anything you do in these other places, these other states, these other countries, it doesn't follow you back. So it's like you can test out all your different like strategies, all the different like entry techniques you have, like approaching girls, and it just won't matter in the future. You're never going to run back into these people. So it's just like a good way to experiment, gain some confidence before you go back to your hometown and use the same stuff.
That's what's up. I like that. You see, y'all ain't underestimating me. Excuse the fuck out of us. Well, that's good, because now for the young cats, now you inspired them. So we all won. That was a W right there from being underestimated. Now you didn't just represent it for all the young cats and show them they can do it. Red Pill, he had technical difficulties. Go ahead, Lawrence.
No, he's back.
All right, damn. Yeah, I guess we should be expecting this from out the country. Hold on, let me take my other phone off Wi-Fi so that it's not, you know what I'm saying, eating it up too. But yeah, man, traveling is cool. Traveling without your family is most important, man. Traveling with your family is cool. Let me not get that, let me not throw that to the side. I still remember my family vacation, but I think the point I'm making is traveling with family and traveling with your peers or people on the same page as you is a completely different trip. Completely different trip.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, man, just so everybody know, also, I originally planned on coming out here with somebody, but the way things turned out, you know, that person wasn't able to come. So I believe most people would have canceled. They'd be like, oh, no, I can't go to a country I've never been to. Don't know any family, no friends out there. And I'm just going to cancel and not go. No, I could have canceled my plane ticket. I could have canceled my Airbnb and all that. But I said, why would I do that? I can still enjoy myself, man. And but yo, no lie, man, this is probably the best trip I've had in my whole entire life, man, because only because I've checked so many things off a bucket list in one trip, like at least 5 things off a bucket list in one trip, man. So I would have turned all that down because a chick couldn't come with me. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't let no chick decide or determine what moves you're gonna make, man. Yeah, I'll say this also. Let me say this last thing. When I was in my 8-year relationship, we traveled as far as like getting our passport stamped. We traveled nowhere. 8 years, traveled nowhere. Before the 8 years, I'm traveling with my friends, family. After the relationship, that's when I really started flying out the country and all that. But I say that to say, when I was in my committed 8-year relationship, I went nowhere. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's all about like this. What you're doing is a perfect example of how you have to put yourself first, because who cares if she didn't go with you? You're going out there, you're still making experiences for yourself. You're living your life, you're learning new things, you're trying new things, you're enjoying yourself. And that's what's most important in this world, yourself. Don't let other people dictate how you feel about things.
That's what's up. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Instagram. I'm live on Instagram too. Batista, what up? Everett, Space Mountain, peace.
Yo, Lawrence, how much you travel? What's your favorite place?
Well, actually, in the past couple years, I moved out of town. I moved to Atlanta first for several years. No, more than several years, about 6 years. Then I came back home to Cleveland, then moved to New York and stayed there for about 18 months. So I lived in the Bronx and I lived in New Jersey. So, but that led to me also beginning to travel from Vegas 2 times, the Bahamas, South Beach. So I'm looking to even more expand myself and my traveling. So I think that's very important that as a man, it's very important that he gets out and travel. You can test your game out, but also it expands you as a person, because now you have something you can talk about that you can resonate with when you do talk to a woman. Oh, I know what, I've been to the Bahamas and I went to this beach. Oh, that beach? Yeah, and it was fun. I went on, it did. You have something to talk about. Exactly. And a lot of guys only live on the block, and that's the only scope of knowledge that they have. But once you get out of that mindset and begin to venture out to other places, different cultures, different worlds, different foods, it expands. You become as they would call it, a Renaissance man.
There you go. There you go. Exactly. Oh, can you hear me? Oh, boom. I didn't know. I thought it was on mute. Anyway, another thing I want to emphasize. Yeah. 2 things I want to say. Number one, Talleyrand the Great hit me up, man. He's like, yo, you in my country. I said, what? He said, yeah, I'm Costa Rican. I said, that's what's up, man. So that's one thing. Number 2, yo, I say about, besides this one particular place I went to, 98% of the places that I have been to during this journey, during this trip, I have been the only Black person in the vicinity. So that's something else that people got to get, that people, you know, people of color got to get used to. When you travel outside the country, you're not going to see too many people like yourself, man. So that goes back to, you got to be comfortable with you, man. You got to know who you are. Because understand, when you go out to certain countries, you are the exotic person. Like I've had people, a couple of friends go to Asian countries and they are treated like celebrities. People are literally pulling them to the side, asking, can I get a picture of you? So on and so forth, blah, 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 blah. Now, I'm not saying I'm having people wanting to take pictures of me, but.
Hey, when I was in China, people was actually taking pictures of me. Like, you
see, there you go.
I'm telling you. No, I'm
I
serious.
didn't even know Afi went to China, but see, told you that's how it is, man.
I had a full length mink on, and I had 3 bitches with me. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, that could be the reason. That could be the reason.
That
I remember. Yo, you remind me one time I was out the
snowball
shoot.
because like once like happened a couple of times, everybody else got on to it. Then it made the bitches who I was with on me even more.
That's called a jealousy bun, fam. That's the jealousy bun. Once the jealousy bun is punched, you are the prize. You are automatically the prize. I mean, you're already the prize, but at that point they realize you're the prize, man.
Mm-hmm. Hey, there was 3 pharmacists too.
So my ex was a pharmacist, so I already know how they. Would you say, Lawrence?
Had the same situation down in South Beach.
Okay.
I mean, I can say it because I don't even care. I have my beard was dyed jet black.
Okay.
Jet black. So I'm walking down, just me and the young lady I was with, and this lady just kept staring like, what's going on? What I got something on me or whatever? What it is when you carry yourself in such a way, you begin to attract people that don't even know what it is because they become a magnet to you. So you can be in the country, out of the country. I think it was because I think she thought I was somebody famous or whatever because my beard was like jet black. Regardless of that, it's just when you begin to carry yourself like that, it's an inside job. Your life, you'll see it happen all the time.
Yeah, because like once you get that, like the confidence and like you get the stuff all about like going out in the world, you just like you get that different vibe to you. And once you get that vibe, everyone's just more attracted to you as a whole. And that's like something that people don't realize until they have it. But once you have it, it's just like, whoa, just like new people are showing up in your life and you're like, what the hell? Like you don't have to like work for it as much. You know what I mean?
Yes, my father said something when I was younger. I didn't catch it. He was at that time he was getting dialysis. So I went up there to go spend time while he's getting dialysis, and all the texts were just going, the ladies in there were going crazy. I was like, well, Dad, what's up? He said, you don't understand, son. I said, what are you talking about, Dad? I'm just here chilling with you, talking to you while you get this procedure done. He said, dude, you have the it factor. Every man, if they tap into it in any country, can get this it factor where women would go ballistic and don't even know why, because you have the it factor. And I didn't even catch it until we came out of the dialysis center what he really was meaning. They were actually walking us out. Okay, Mr. Adams. Hi, son. How you do? Oh, what in the world? I wasn't even trying to do anything. It's because of the it factor.
The it factor.
Absolutely. I agree 100%, man. Like I said, I'm the only black person any place that I went. And I went on a what they call a Matarang. I went on a Matarang boat to the Tortuga Islands. Y'all look that up, man. Beautiful scenery. I'm gonna do a vlog on that. But I say that to say, yo, listen, I'm a type of dude, I'm comfortable in my own skin. So on the way over there, which is an hour and a half ride on that boat with all the beautiful scenery, I was conversing with some people, but I was pretty much to myself, but I'm a personable person, but I was small talking with people. Once we got to Tortuga Island and, I started walking around, like I said, I'm doing a vlog, taking my videos, doing my whatever it may be. And every once in a while, somebody would come up to me and be like, hey, where you from? And this, that, and the third, like they want to start a conversation with me. And as soon as I told them that, I'm here by myself, it's like the whole conversation changed. It's almost like they looked at me differently, like what? What do you mean you're out here by yourself? Like, yeah, I'm out here by myself. I'm traveling by myself. It's like the whole conversation changes. And I say all that to say, when you go on trips and you travel, it shouldn't be all about bagging chicks and smashing chicks and all that, man. It's more than that. You gotta take in the culture, the language. Because I travel as much as I've traveled in the past 2-3 years. Yo hablo español un poco ahora. I mean, about 2 years before here, all I knew was me llamo Red Pill. So just from traveling, I picked up on the food. Just from traveling, I picked up on the music. And besides that, when you travel outside the country and you are comfortable within yourself, and like Lawrence said, you have the it factor, you attract people to you like a moth to light. And when that happens, you should learn how to network. Okay? Network. Now I have a network, a connection in two people in Mexico, one person in DC, another person in Boston. Now that's That's not about smashing. That's not about, yo, how many chicks did I smash? No, that's if I'm in Mexico, if I'm in DC, if I'm in Boston now I got somebody to connect with and be like, yo, where should I go? And I met some people from Costa Rica. They felt the energy so much. They're like, yo, come through, yo, come over here. Started chopping. Now, this is why I say in my videos, those who are from New York, leave New York in New York. This is what I mean. So I'm doing my thing on the beach, just, enjoying myself. And a group of guys like, yo, hey, yo, come over here. The New York in me is like, I don't know you dudes, man. Like, and it's a bunch of dudes, no chicks. Like, hell, I'm gonna go over there for. But then the traveler in me is like, who knows what can happen from this encounter? So go do it. So from doing that, I spoke to the fellas. They ranges from ages 55 to 25. All of them work in the hospital. All of them work in the operating room, just like myself. So we all had that to bond with. And since they're from Costa Rica, a different part of Costa Rica, they told me straight up, listen, next time you come now, you come to my spot, man. You come into my area. I'll take you where to eat. I'll take you where to do this, do that. You don't got to pay for nothing. You see that? Now, if I was on some New York, like, nah, there's a bunch of dudes. Now I don't want to talk to them. Nah, man, I'm a personable person, man. You got to know how to connect with people.
Yeah, dude. And with that, I also think, like, people don't realize it, but like different places. Like, I'm not but like you learn how to like talk to different kinds of people. Like people, so you learn how to like communicate in a variety of ways. So
y'all come to YouTube.
Be better at people that necessarily the typical,
Hey, y'all want a story time? Y'all gotta join the Patreon or hit the.
I just feel like. Wait, who hit the super chat?
I said, Lawrence. I'm thinking about telling them that story that I told you the other day when we was on the phone, of the cruise one. Teach their ass a lesson on Mo One and abundance, man. Y'all gotta hit the super chat for that or get on the Patreon. You know what I'm talking about on the cruise? Yeah, that's a lesson right there. Y'all gotta hit that thing, man. Go ahead, bro. It connects with traveling. Go ahead. I'm just letting them know.
He managing multiple things right now. Go ahead, Attraction Maction.
Oh, you were talking to me?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
That's why I was wondering.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, like, I feel like the more that you do travel and go out, the more like different kinds of people you meet. Because like what you'll realize is like the people that live by you and interact with you, like they're all a little bit different than like if you go to a completely different place. They're all gonna be a little bit different. And you just learn how to like interact with people as a whole and not just one kind of person. Like you recognize how to like interact with all different kinds of people and how it all connects to the same kind of psychology. Like how everybody really has that shared psychology, regardless of how everybody's different. And you learn how to like work with those intricacies and stuff.
And the interesting thing, once you learn how to network with different people in other countries, this life skill actually translates, because I see it, I'm looking in the chat where y'all talking about managing different women. You learn how to network with different type of women, and you also learn how to manage those women. Transferable skills. A lot of times guys don't think about it, but this is transferable skills. So if you're able to network in another country and connect with other people, you're building your confidence. Now you're building another skill set. So now you take this skill set, when you talk to the woman that may be around at the drugstore, wherever she may be, you're using transferable skills. A lot of guys have not, they're only operating on, like I've been saying, on entry level skill sets. When you step out of the country, as a Red Pill has said, his skill set is to network. That skill set now can translate over into other places. I'm telling you, if you guys pay attention to what everybody is saying here, it's just transferable skills.
Now tell me this. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So it's important that you build your skill sets. And think about it. You're in another country by yourself. One of the biggest things you had to conquer was your fear of being alone. If you can conquer your fear of being alone, now that's no longer a blockage to where you need to go to the next level. Mm-hmm. Now you're able to transfer that skill over into whatever woman that you want to be with. Not Susie everybody then ran through, or Shakika the thought, but now you're dealing with a woman on a higher caliber because you're broke past a level of fear by just communicating outside of the country. As Afi would say, this game, that's game right there.
Right there. And I'm not gonna give you what you think, Lawrence, because it's a funny, because they like the story times. It's funny and you can learn from it, because I know these cats want to know about this mode 1 shit. So it's the effective way to end all debates. I think they gotta hit the Patreon or Super Chat. You think?
They got to get on it, because they don't know. I got to drop this. My Patreon is going to be private, and I only have 49 seats available.
Nice. Exclusivity.
Yeah, man.
49 seats available for my Patreon. Everybody can get on it.
Yeah. Oh, Lawrence.
Yes, sir.
I just want to say, I don't think people realize like necessarily what they miss out on until they like actually check it out, and they're like, oh my God, my life would be so much different if I didn't know this. So do check out your Patreon, because I guarantee people are going to be dumbfounded when they hear all the knowledge you actually have.
Yeah.
And also, I don't mean to dip right now. I'm just hanging with some friends, so I got to dip. But
Do what you do.
have a good rest of the show, guys.
Yes, sir.
And,
Cheers.
Have fun.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right.
I'll see you later.
So yeah, in 3 years from now, we'll cheer with you, man. But yeah, to go off what I was saying before about networking. So you're gonna tell me a female that you meet outside the country who's networking with you, basically she's giving you her whole information, where she stays at and all that. She don't want to smash you. So what I'm saying is, when you know how to network, it's on you to decide if you want to smash or not. You're not thinking, oh, I'm gonna try to talk to her and see her. I'm hoping I can get her to smash. Nah, I'm being myself, and then through the conversation, I see, oh, she want to smash. Me and Afi had a conversation last night about, now that story ain't over yet with, but I can't talk too loud, but my landlord and all that, man, that's still an ongoing situation. But yeah, man, just for me, just for me being who I am. Can y'all hear me? Y'all can hear me? Yeah, hold on. Yo, y'all can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, nah, I can't talk too loud because my landlord can probably hear me. But yeah, long story short, man, just for me being who I am. I told the story to Afi. I didn't say it in the video. Yeah, just the other day I came back from going out, chilling, doing whatever. Came back to the apartment, and the landlord came out. Like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, chilling. I'm good. She's like, you want to come inside for a second? I'm like, all right. So I'm thinking, she want to get down. I see her friend in there. I'm like, oh, all right. She's like, this is my friend Marie. It's her birthday today. I'm like, all right, that's what's up. Go in there, give Marie a hug, like, mucho, feliz cumpleaños, this, that, and the third. So we sit down. I'm gonna try to make a long story short. We sit down, we're chopping it up, and I had like this pendant on. And Marie asked what the pendant meant. So I broke it down to her like, yo, this is the pendant of Heru. It's the story is this in ancient African, blah, 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 blah. And this symbolizes this symbolizes that. Yo, word to Haiti. Anytime I say word to Haiti, that means all jokes aside, no kidding, no, all that. Word to Haiti. When I finished explaining what I explained, Marie started crying, literally. So I looked at Rosanna like, yo, your friend good? She's like, yeah, she's just, just emotional for what you told her, this, then the third. Okay. Like I told Afi last night, I'm the type of dude, when I feel the energy high like that, especially, I know I wasn't smashing that night because I just finished doing what I was doing before that. But I was telling Afi last night, sometimes I like when the energy is real high, I just snatch that shit away so that they yearn for more. You know what I mean? So the next day, which was today. You said what?
No, somebody asked about Lawrence Patreon. Put it in there, Lawrence.
No.
Yes, sir.
No.
So as of today, long story short, earlier this afternoon, came back from breakfast, seen the landlord again. Now I'm coming from breakfast. She come out in a bathing suit with like the sheer veil, over it. Yo, I ain't tell y'all she from Brazil, man. She a 44-year-old chick from Brazil, man. So you already know how they get down. But anyway, I go inside. I see her. She's like, hey, this, that, and the third. I'm like, what you doing today? She's like, no, I'm just chilling all day today. I said, all right, I'm gonna come by later. Came out later, knocked on the. Matter of fact, before I even went back down there, she came up and bought me some food. I asked for no food. She came up and bought me some food. She said, "Oh, this is something simple, but I thought you'd enjoy it." As soon as I saw it in her hand, I was like, "Oh yeah, you trying to smash? All right, no doubt. All right, I'm gonna take your food." And this gives me a reason to go back down there. Went back down there with the plates. Like, hey, yo, what's up? Yeah, I got this tequila bottle I want to finish. She's like, "Yay, come in." Go inside. Long story short. Like I said, this is about 3 in the afternoon. Long story short, by the time I say about 45 minutes in, her and her girlfriend were asking me to whip it out. To whip it out. Talking about, don't be afraid of me, just whip it out. Yo, let me tell you, I do something, man. Yo, real talk. The only reason I considered it, I don't like being a gigolo or nothing like that. The only reason I considered it is because, I might be able to get an Airbnb free. But anyway, I already had something else already coming through later. So I'm like, damn, I am knocking on 40. I already have something, But yeah, man. So like I was telling Afi, after this show, man, I'm gonna be knocking on the door downstairs and just, showing them something, man. Cause she said she used to Jewish dudes. And so, I had the conversation. I said, yo, we could talk freely, right? She said, yeah, her and the girl. She said, yeah. I said, all right. I said, you like, no, I'm not gonna get into that. Let's just say we talked about some things, and that's why she was like, pull it out. As soon as she said pull it out, I said, all right, I already got my option now. If I want to just get some head, if I just want to smash. Now, mind you, when I came over here, I wasn't coming to look thinking like I'm gonna try to smash the landlord. Let me give her a do this or do that. She saw that I was just doing me. She saw that I had an aura like matter of fact, I forgot this part. Should I say this? Let's just say her friend Maria the landlord told me her friend Maria is kind of like a psychic. And long story short, after Maria finished crying and all that, she basically told me I'm a chosen one. All right, I'm gonna go with that one.
Do you see the power of what they don't even understand the power of the story you just said. The game that he just shared with his story is beyond believable, because he was so in his purpose and what he was doing, it made him attractive to women that can barely speak his own language. Son, now I got to get my New York. Son, do you understand when you guys are on your freaking purpose, when you just doing you, when you unbothered, when you don't give a rat's butt?
You're talking about me?
When you don't give a rat's butt, women want you to, they are drawn to you because they want to topple and be number one in your life. I said this and I'm gonna say it again. How can you chase a woman? How can you lead a woman if you're chasing her?
Now, let's be clear. Go ahead.
How can you lead a woman when you're chasing her? She didn't chose up on Red Pill so tough that she's asking him to whip it out. You don't whip it out just to look at it. You whip it out because you want to participate with it.
Oh, let's be clear. Her and her friend wanted me whipping it out, man. They wanted that little menage, you know what I mean?
That means they didn't did this before. 1, 2. If he playing his cards correctly, and which he will because he's Red Pill, he's going to make them wait for it and make the excitement and anticipation for it even to another level, that when he just whip it out, they're dripping down their legs. Let me stop.
Thank you. I'm telling you, man. Hey, and let me emphasize, this is what I emphasize in my videos, man. That's why I keep saying I'm not a dating coach, a relationship expert. I talk about doing you, being a man, knowing thyself. Because once you learn these skills, everything else just comes to you. I'm telling you, man. Like, I'm at a point in my life when I think of something, have a vision of it, and put the emotion towards it, it happens. I believe it. You have to understand, magic happens in the dark. You can't quote unquote pray for something and every day be like, did it come yet? Did it come yet? Did it come yet? Nah, you gotta put in your mind, know what's gonna happen, keep moving. And all of a sudden that person's gonna come right in front of you like, oh, I forgot I asked for that. That's what's up. Yeah. But if you want to like, I need that. Where's it at? Where's it at? You gotta have that attitude like, I don't give a fuck. Like me doing this vlog on the boat and all these different places, like talking to a camera, like I had to not care that people were looking at me like, why is this dude talking to a camera? To the point where I showed Afi, one of the people came up to me like, yo, like you from YouTube or something? I said, yeah, actually I am. He's like, wow, matter of fact, the dude that I told you about, Afi, he actually said he's seen some of my work before. He heard my name before, Red Pill Chauvinist. And me and him had a conversation for like an hour on the ride back, just about red pill mentality, red pill mindset, man. So it was very refreshing to find another red pill thinking person on a trip like that, man. Word.
Because even with that, I guess this is my night to break down. Even with that, because you have that mentality of red pill, what happens is you begin to attract other men or other people who have that same mentality. See, we know each other in our different tribes. This is a tribe right here. What you see in the chat room are men of that tribe, or they're switching from out of the simp tribe into the red pill tribe. Because there's a lot of men that's in the simp tribe. I see y'all on Facebook, other places that I'm on. Y'all in the simp tribe.
Hey, my bad. I'm watching the Royal Rumble, man. You know I watch the wrestling shit. My bad.
No problem.
Go, keep going.
Yeah, so a lot of guys are in the simp tribe. It's time for you to graduate out of that and come over to this side. It is time for you to graduate out of that. Man, your experience, and then you come back and share with us your experience. It expands us as individuals.
Exactly. If people are willing to take in information, man, I got it. I got it for them, man.
That's see, what inspired me to want to travel was dude, and I can't think of his name. Man, he on YouTube, older dude. He's always in the DR. I cannot think of his name. He actually, who?
That's Jonas?
No, not Jonas. He's an older dude, because I cannot think of his name, Mr. something. But he's the one that inspired me to want to go to DR and put it on my list of place to go. So by you sharing your experience actually causes another individual to wake up out of their sleep and to go to the next level. Come out of that.
That's the red pill. You just said it. They wake up from their sleep, man. That's exactly what the red pill is, man.
Right.
That's what I'm here for.
Right. And that's why when you emphasize that I'm not a dating coach or relationship coach, no, you are a person. I work at the hospital. I know you know this. They have sleep therapy. So you are now monitoring people. You are now watching people who have been asleep and asking them, "Can you wake up to this truth?"
Yes, please. We need that. We need that, especially in the manosphere, man. We need more masculine men in the society. That's another thing. When you go out the country, if you're a person who has a life in your country, you have something to talk about when you're outside the country now. And like Lauren said, once you travel and you're outside the country, and you tell somebody, "Yeah, I've been here, I've been there," they're even more interested, especially if they've traveled also. Now y'all can swap stories about where y'all traveled to, and y'all can give each other information on what to go to next. Like traveling, I don't see nothing wrong with traveling, man. You start learning different currencies. Why this place is this many pesos, but this place is X amount of pesos. Like I even start looking into some political stuff in certain countries because I need to see, if the government is good. Do I need a visa to go over there? So it makes me more informed globally as opposed to just just locally or just statewide or whatever.
The interesting thing, once again I keep saying this, it is transferable skills. If you know how to cut up an 8-ball, if you know how to cut up an 8-ball, you should know how to transfer that skill. You know how to cut the 8-ball, do this, break it down, do whatever you need to do, get it out there, get it to you, just do what you need to do. I'm not advocating that lifestyle. I'm just saying transferable skills. Absolutely. If you know how to do that, what's so important is this: that same skill can be used when you need to plan out your trip to where you need to go. That same skill is used when you need to strategize on the woman you're trying to get. Not trying to get. We don't try here because try is a weak word. That you
try doesn't exist. Try doesn't exist.
Right. Try is my mentor taught me that, and I didn't like it. He used to beat it into my head. Try is a weak word. Either you're doing it or you ain't. I see what Mr. Boy said. I had to stop. Valentine's Day is approaching the simp holiday. And that is the truth. Y'all gonna be buying candy, bears,
yeah.
And guess what?
And what's she gonna give him? And what's she gonna give him? The same thing she give him every other time. That same box, right? Happy Valentine's Day. Fuck out of here. My bad, man. I'm on the ring.
Happy Valentine's Day, Charlie Brown. That's exactly what you gonna be. Happy you're gonna be the Happy Valentine's Charlie Brown. And guess what? We on this channel gonna be the guys gonna be knocking her off, eating your chocolate.
All right.
Just telling you what it is.
Super facts. Super facts, man. That's why another reason why I don't speak about, game one-on-one game. This is 2019, man. Like, the game is advanced now. Like, I don't want to tell you what chicks is doing in six. Like, let me say this, man. When I was a teacher, I taught 8th and 7th grade. And the other teachers told me some of the things that the second graders were doing. Okay? That's how bad things have gotten. But I say that to say, like, if you're in high school and you're having a problem bagging chicks, like, maybe what I would suggest, maybe get off of video games, stop watching pornos, get out the house, off the couch. Like, these are things that like, I have a nephew that's 21, 22 years old. Like, when I used to go visit him, he would always just be in the crib, just playing on his video game or just be on his phone. And I'm like, yo, fam, you're in college right now. You in college in Queens, New York. And you at home, just, I can understand if you had something on the way, or you had a roster, you young. You need to run through these chicks right now so that when you're in your 30s, by that point, hopefully by your late 20s, mid to late 20s, you know how to manage these chicks. But definitely by your 30s, you should be able to know how to manage these chicks, man. But if you
shout out to the Great up in the house, and he said shout out to you, Red Pill, in Costa Rica.
Tally Rand the Great, what up? Shout out
to you. Hey,
man, we out here, Tally Rand.
If y'all
we in your backyard.
If y'all in here, y'all go subscribe to my Instagram, Dominance Mindset and Raw Game, because I got 998 followers. So the 100th one the 1,000th follower, they're gonna get a free consultation, man. So go on over there if you haven't and subscribe to it. So it's gonna be the next person or the next person. So y'all can't lie about it.
Matter of fact, yeah, shout out Talleyrand, man. But shout out to Toxic Crusades too, man. You said that porno shit has to go. Like, yo, another thing on my channel that I don't talk about is like let's call it quote unquote conspiracy theories or whatever the case may be, man. Because I know people ain't definitely ready for that stuff. But just know, ain't nothing a mistake in America, man. There's a reason why they have porno so accessible now. You know what I mean? Because I remember growing up, porno wasn't that accessible where it was, just be right at the palm of your hand, no pun intended. But back then, I think that's why, kids were playing outside, hide and go freak. Y'all play hide and go freak? Y'all heard that before? Oh, no, you can't do that now. It's Me Too movement. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Y'all messed around, let the women start running shit, man. Like, I grew up in a family where if a man was married in my family, he ran the house. Like, even if the woman worked outside the house, he ran the house. But then I go to other cultures or whatever you call, I go to their house because the wife may make more money. She's running everything. Oh, man, I don't want to get into it. But anyway, man, what I'm saying is there's no reason why for dudes in 2019 to have a problem knowing how to talk to a chick. We're not talking about getting numbers. We're not talking about Instagram, how many chicks you smash in one week. We're not talking about that. Let's just talking about being able to have a conversation with a chick. What? You can't talk to another human being? That says a lot about you, man. Go ahead.
Hey, real quick, let's take some questions from the chat, man. Y'all brothers in the chat, ask some fire questions and then direct who you want to ask the question, man. Too, man. Then go ahead. So we got another 20 minutes or so.
Right.
So in 20 minutes, we're traveling, man. Travel. Get them passport stamp, man. Passport abuser. That's what you learn. That's what you can abuse, man.
I got that story time on deck too. I already told y'all what to do with that. Because it's a story and a lesson. It's both combo.
That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Sorry, definitely. You said something very important. You got to get off of social media and actually get out there and exercise the game. If you don't get out there and exercise the game, it's not going to be in you. I kid you not. I went to the market and I normally get my fresh fruits and vegetables there. Seen a nice young girl there. I said, I seen her getting oranges, but I walked past her, went to my stand where they know me at, and I get my oranges, my strawberries, and my different fruits there. Pay attention to the story. And I see her walk past me, and she goes inside of the inside of the market, as I was on the outside of the market where they sell the fruits. So I go in there inside the market, and I begin to just walk through, and I noticed her, but I didn't give her attention. And I walk through again, this walk through, because there's many different, different areas that's selling meat and everything and fish and whatever the case. Then finally we bumped into each other. I said, look, you better stop following me. What? I said, you better stop following me. He said, I ain't following you, you follow me. So I left her and walked around again. We bumped into each other again. This time I said, look, I told you to stop following me. She's like, what? What's your name? My name is Grace. My name is Grace. What's up, Grace? How you doing? I said, what are you doing? Oh, I said, I'm out here. I'm actually looking for some salmon. She's like, oh, really? Matter of fact, why you thinking about that? Here, take my number down now. She took my number down right there on the spot. I said, I'm calling you now. She called me immediately, but this is the thing I want you to catch next. Pay attention. As from that point on, she followed me throughout the whole market, and everywhere I went, she went. Everywhere I went,
follow the leader.
Went. I hugged her on the side, got her to her car, and if I really would have pressed it, I would have kissed her right there on the spot. Y'all got it.
And let's be clear, that's the woman chasing him. Let's be clear, so everybody in the chat know. Lawrence wasn't chasing Shorty. Shorty was chasing him, man. That happens to me too often, man.
But I must say this, because it's a side of it. I think Ron Will said, you don't know the backstory what I really did, and can I share it? I'm gonna share this the backstory. When I seen her, I said to myself, I said, self, you gonna get her, and I walked away.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
I said to myself, I said, self, I'm going to get her, and walked away. You guys are chasing so hard with attachment that you don't realize that she's coming into your world. You're not going into hers.
Before I forget, you just said it. You should go into that situation with no expectation. Have no expectations. What you expecting? I mean, I live an optimistic life, so I always expect positive. So I don't even have no expectation, because I know it's always going to be good. Even if it's not what I want, so there's a lesson in it. But basically, what I'm saying is, learn how to have a conversation with a person. Person includes women also. So you can talk to a person, you can talk to a woman. Once you could talk to a woman, and you'll be optimistic, knowing, just thinking, like I said it in my video. Like I said, like, you have to already have your mind. Yeah, I'm smashing you. You don't gotta tell her that, but once you have that in your mind, your whole body language, your face will communicate to her like, yeah, you know I'm gonna fuck the shit out you, right? And no matter what, when I notice I'm doing that, when I'm saying regular shit, and she's laughing like I'm fucking, what's that dude's name? Chris Holcomb, Corey Holcomb or something. I mean, it always comes to where I'll be like, yo, does this shit think I'm a clown or something? Because they always laughing, but I know when a chick is into you, she laugh at whatever the fuck you say, man. But whatever, man.
I see a question. Mr. Boyd asked this. Lawrence, what do you do when one in your rotation is getting too attached? Do you let her go, or do you just fall back? Good question. What do you do when one of your rotations is getting too attached? Do you let her go, or do you fall back? So this is the thing, what you do. You realize, and should you get into stuff I don't want to talk about unless it's on Patreon or beyond, but I will say this. What you do is you have to have a scale on where she is with you. She might be attachment for you for what she's doing, but not an attachment for me for what she's doing. So what you have to do now is examine, is this fitting right in your world? Remember, this is your world. She's coming into your world. So if she's too attached in your world, you have to go look within yourself and say, you know what, this is not fitting right. And what you do is you decide if this is tolerable in your world. Do Then you decide. I can't decide for you. Do I let her go or do I fall back? Or do I cause this to be a teaching moment where I teach her, you know, with the actions that you are doing, it's not fitting to what's going on in my world. You may not say it that way. I'm just saying it that way so you can understand the analogy.
Hey, shout out to True Light. Shout out to Sid. Shout out to McCain. Toxic. I see you. I just
Shout out to Sid Jones, man.
Mr. Boyd. McCain, you see I made your drop into a drop. I sent it to you first.
Well, also, I see a question from Mr. Boyd. It says also, panel, what to do when you got closest homies, cousins are super blue pill and you now turn red. Do you bring them in or just walk in on your own? Hey, who this? Mr. Boyd, yo, good luck with that. I've been trying to do it for at least a solid 5 years. I've been trying to do maybe 8 years, but a solid 5 years. Once I really knew what it was, I've been trying to put my peoples on, but they look at me like, nah, why you talk like that for? Some of them even got married in the midst of me telling them all this stuff, man. I mean, but ain't nothing wrong with getting married, but what I'm saying is they're not really choosing right, man. They choosing with their little head and not their big head, you know what I'm saying? So me personally, I stopped trying to do that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's something that we said earlier about the sleep. When people are asleep, my mentor said this in one of his books, and I don't have the book right now. He said, if you wake someone up prematurely, they will run out in the street butt naked because they cannot handle the level of truth that you are giving them. When you present red pill philosophy to a blue pill man, you are not attacking the man or trying to bring him into another way of thinking. What you're doing is you're actually coming against his belief system set up in him that he thinks that works. So you got to realize you're not coming against him. You're coming against his belief systems that he have set up in place that causes him to function the way he functions. So what happens is when you say red pill information, he's going to reject it because it's coming against his belief system, but it's also coming against his self-image and how he sees himself. This is too much, man. Y'all make
they're not ready.
Somebody asked, I already know the answer to this because we talked about this, but Lauren, somebody asked, what made you want to be exclusive? Why we talking about because you wanted to limit? Because I did the same thing. I once my shit gets filled to a certain one, I'm stopping because I already know how shit changes. Like once you get, it's just like when you are a musician. Once you're getting on certain stations, you know it's crossed over. I don't want to, you know what I mean. So that question for you, what made you want to make yours exclusive the way that it is?
The reason why I've learned this from my teacher, my master teacher. I realized that, first of all, the game is not told, it's sold. Second of all, I'm in a constant mode of teaching. If I'm teaching you that I have a limited amount of people that are going to get into my Patreon, only 49 seats. That means once the 49 seats fill up at a price point that I set, then it goes to another price point that's going to be higher with limited amount. What's going to happen? I become more exclusive and the information that I give becomes more valuable. Translate.
Exactly.
Translate what I just said. Hence, since I'm constantly teaching the same thing you do with the women that you bring in your life. You don't bring you don't bring every Susie, Trixie, Brenda, Deborah into your life. She has to pay to get to that next level. Every woman can't suck my toe.
Thank you.
Every woman, she has to get to a level where she graduates. The reason why I'm not putting my Patreon in there, because I got to see if you brothers are really qualified for what I'm going to share. Y'all not ready for this. Because I'm constantly in the mode of teaching. I'm teaching. If you can follow those directions and see if you're qualified to be on my Patreon, you take that transferable skill and qualify the women that you bring into your life. They're not ready, man. You're not ready for this.
He said, you let them be men, but until they're ready to set the light, they haven't been through the experience to see and understand what you really mean. Facts. That's 100%.
Let me tell you something I learned, man. Let me say it again. I think I said it before on another chat. Ignorance is bliss. When I first heard that term, let me say that again. Ignorance is bliss. When I first heard that saying, I was like, I don't get it. What does that mean? Ignorance is bliss. Like, why would you be bliss being ignorant? But I get it. If you don't know, you don't know. You know what I mean? So you don't even know what I'm saying is you don't know what you're missing. So, and also I want to stress the word ignorance. Like I said before, the root word of ignorance is to ignore. And you cannot ignore passively. You have to actually know something is there and actually in order to actively ignore it. So for people to be constantly ignorant to travel, ignorant to how to talk to people, I think the reason why it made me stop, I realized it's not me. It's you. You don't want to learn this. You don't want to accept this information because however your life is at that point, you're comfortable in it. And I've said many times in my videos, you don't grow where you're comfortable. You have to be uncomfortable in order to grow. So too many people stuck wherever they at because it's a routine. It's a hamster wheel. Every day they do the same thing over and over again. And they're happy with it because they know. Oh, I know at 5 o'clock at this time I'm going to be doing this. And I know at 7 o'clock on Wednesday I got to do this. And that's not life. I emphasize live life live. Let me give you an example of what let me give you an example of how you may have lived life live in your
Red Pill. Shout out to TTG for the super chat.
Yes, sir. TTG. What up? What's good? Appreciate that, man. Everybody can remember themselves as a child prior to going to school, prior to entering the formal education system. During that time, did you have a schedule? Did you wake up saying, oh, today's Tuesday, I have to do this, I have to do that? Or did you just wake up and just live? There was no, oh, okay, I got to rush to do this, or I have to do this. Okay, it's Tuesday, so I can, you just lived. Like another example of that is when you're on vacation. I know for me, when I'm on vacation, I forget the days of the week. I don't know what day of the week it is because I'm not thinking, and I'm not thinking linearly. I'm flowing. I'm just living. Too many people not flowing, man. They're too linear, man. So say all that to say, man, stop being ignorant, man. Stop living in bliss. How about I say that? Stop living in bliss, man. Be uncomfortable. Start being uncomfortable, man. Like, you want to talk about being uncomfortable? Listen, man. Okay, maybe what I didn't say is where I'm located at. It's in the middle of a jungle. Talleyrand will tell you there's jungles out here, man. So
Talleyrand, you enabled the story time just for y'all cats now. So y'all remind me. That's it.
No doubt.
Only if Talleyrand asks for it, then y'all can get it. He enabled.
I'm gonna remind you right after this jungle story. Not story, but where I'm at right now, man. Like, listen, man. I don't like creatures with long tails. All right. Out here, they got iguanas. Lizards walking around. I don't know what it was. It was like a cricket, but not a cricket. It could fold, it could go flat. Like it just came out of nowhere. But I'm dealing. A frog met me at my door. I'm good though, because the first couple of days, I was jumping like, oh, this mad life. Birds, like, it's mad nature out here. But by today, I'm cool with it. I'm happy with it. I like to see it. I love to see it because at first it's not something I'm used to seeing in New York. I don't see iguanas or what do you call that? A gecko running up my wall in the crib. But now, I'm saying? I'm good with it, man. Travel, man. Get uncomfortable. Now when I go somewhere else, when I go back home, when I see a rat or a possum, they ain't nothing. I done seen many iguanas, man. Come on. Oh, man. Have you ever seen a wild iguana? Holy shit.
You guys skydive next, fam. I'm telling you.
Woo! My man's been trying to get me to do that. I don't know, man. I don't know.
You gonna be invincible afterwards. It's gonna make you No, no, no. I'm telling you, like it ain't. It's just like me trying to tell you about sex and you still ain't had it. Like I'm telling you, fam. You do this shit. You can't go by. You got to tandem. You got to jump with somebody. So you're not gonna.
Yeah.
It's gonna change your life. You gonna. I'm telling you. I promise.
Maybe that's something I got to check out for 2019, man.
Just do it for your birthday. That's how I broke myself in. I skydived 5 times, but the first time I said I'm going for my birthday. Who want to go? Just to lock myself in. I did it. I said, man, that's the best thing I ever did in my life.
Wow. Yo, how high did you go? 15,000? 20,000?
It was like I think it was like 25,000, something like that.
Wow.
It's hella high. Like you keep going. Like you been get to a point where it's enough.
It's enough. Where everybody looks like ants, right?
Open that door though. That's the scariest part when they open the door and you know.
Yo, did they hit you with a 3, 2, and they push you out?
No, they did a regular countdown. I wasn't. I wasn't. I mean, I was scared, but it's like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like, I'm way up here. I didn't pay my money with way the fuck up here in front of all these people. I ain't about to be like, now I'm gonna just sit down. No, I've been seeing this fucking kid jump out. I'm fucking jumping out too.
Yo, that was me with ziplining, man. Yo, we were ziplining thousands of feet in the air.
I done did that shit upside down, fool. Do it upside down the next time. Crazy.
Yo, next time I can't. Next time, see, now I'm used to it now because before, it was new to me. You know, I was uncomfortable, but now I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I learned from that experience and I moved on, man. But I said that to say I seen a little Jewish chick go first. I was like, and mind you, when we were going, she also had her kids. Her kids were like, the girl was like 7 and the boy was like 4 years old. As soon as they came up, I said, oh, no, I can't be scared, man. We got a 7 and a 4-year-old. Come on, man, I'm good. So, everything is perception, man. Everybody should know that too. It's perception, how you see things.
Most definitely how you see things.
Guess what? Now I know I got to break it down.
Yeah.
I got to break it down how to apply the game. See, for you guys to do skydiving and the zip line and things like that, once again, you're breaking past the fear that you have.
Mm-hmm.
And you're breaking past your own comfort zone. Now, if you can bust your cherry on that, how much more will that take you to be unfearful when approaching women that you think that are out of your league?
Reach.
So what happens is, because you have already conquered it in one area, transferable skill, now you can take that and do that with any woman that comes in your life, because you realize, if I can jump out of a freaking plane, skydive backwards, do all this kind of things, who is she? Who is she? Who is she?
There we go.
Most guys. And then 2, the other thing is this: if you can do those things, what happens is it opens you up to another dimension where now you become, as we are called here, the super friends, you become in that area invincible.
Sir.
Invincible game.
I like that. Invincible game. I like that. You gotta get yourself tightened up, man. How many times am I gonna say, man? Get yourself tightened up. Everything else will come to you, man. Like, all right. I don't think we talk about this more often enough. We don't talk about books, right? I mean, I'm not talking about dating books, something like that. Like a book like The 10th Insight. That's a spiritual book. It's similar to The Secret, and it basically tells you about the law of attraction. I'm reading a book right now called The World Is Yours, which teaches you that there's more than one law. It's not just the law of attraction. I'm telling you, my brain is rewiring itself to the point where I will soon be master of my universe. Not my world, my universe. That's where you need to be, man.
I'm gonna tell you something. This is game 501. This is game 501 because you just hit it. Game 501 is a man. And you wonder why I keep looking down, because I got a message that came through. I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to
see?
Real quick. You can see what I'm saying. Okay. But since you guys wondering what I'm doing looking down.
Right.
Game 501, he is the man who is not satisfied at the level of knowledge that he has. And he goes read books out of what he favors to read. If you were to, my mentor, I mean, I have to say, I always mention my mentor because you learn from someone else. My mentor has his attic is redone over and it's a complete library, let alone the library that he has downstairs on the 3rd floor set up. Then he has a room with it. He buys the whole he buys not just the author's one book, he buys the author's the author's whole collection that he ever written.
Right. Wow.
Most guys are so satisfying getting it from this level, but they're never satisfied with thirst for knowledge to learn things.
Exactly, man.
I'm reading the look at this. I'm not going to show you what the book is about. Tattered. This is how much I read through it. See that?
There you go.
Because I went through the book. Most guys do not take the time to go read. Look at this.
Got it right here on vacation. This don't stay home.
Right.
Still got to educate yourself on your vacation too, man. Learning don't never stop, man. Every day, all day, every day, man. Better yourself all day, every day. Come on, man.
Most guys don't take the time. They got it. If you want to have that. We talk about. I think Afi put that out there. I love it. It feels good. It's like a mink coat on you. That expert level game. If you want that expert level game, Negroes be out here reading, educating themselves. So when they come out, they can spit some fire at these women and they can't resist. They can't even resist. They don't even know why they melting inside of their pants and why it's leaking down their legs and why their nipples are pointing right in your direction, why they want to take you home in just 10 seconds of seeing you. It's because you got that expert level game. Y'all ain't ready.
They ain't ready. He said deep sin thought said they don't, but you gotta take the time to educate yourself. Yeah, man, you know. I'm gonna light some shit on the fire in a minute. Hold on, let me.
Ready for that story time, Alfie? I said I was gonna remind you.
Oh yeah. TTG, you still in here? That was for him. If he ain't in here, that'd be disrespectful to tell it to it, and he ain't in here. Because he enabled it.
There he is.
Okay. All right, here go a quick story time. Okay, so this story time is brought to you by Rhino XL. Take the Rhino XL condoms. Take the Rhinos when you're ready to knock that pussy down real proper like. One last 3 days. Afi King sent ya.
Is that a little commercial real quick?
That's my endorsement. I'm gonna be in the liquor store holding it. It's gonna have my fingers around the pill and shit. Y'all think I'm playing? I'm dead ass. Y'all heard it here first. Hold on, let me look at this chat. Oh, okay.
Hey, now that you about to start a story time?
No, go ahead, go.
You about to start it? I want to thank. Smoking. You about to start a story time?
No, go ahead. I'm smoking. You drinking?
Oh, okay. All right. I'm drinking some punch or whatever the case may be. But I just noticed my subscribers are at 341. If I get to 350, I think also I'm going to activate the live on there. What you think? What y'all guys think? Think that's a good deal?
Absolutely.
350, yeah, 350. Which you on right now?
I'm on 341. If I get to 350, I'm going to activate the live on my own.
Put in the chat right now. Let me go. Let me do it. Hold on. You ain't got to do it. Just keep talking. I'll do it.
Yeah, I think I'm on at 350. I think that's a good place to activate the live where you can get up close and personal and you can ask the questions that you may want to ask. And it better not be about my beard. It better not be about how I kiss a girl. It better not be how do I get her to the house. You got the wrong one, baby. I'm not activating it.
You got the wrong one, baby.
I would deactivate, because even if you've never noticed, I've been looking down because I'm texting a girl now and she's sending me pictures of her.
Exactly. Dot. So it sounds like it sounds like Super Friends is gonna get to a point where we're not gonna be, one-on-one no more, man. Because I mean, does anybody here want to still talk about, how to talk to a girl, how to get her number, or how do I know if a girl likes me? Are we still on that? Are we moving on now? Matter of fact, let's ask the chat that. You want to still talk about how to get a chick's number, or you want to talk about how, to improve yourself, know thyself, become a man, control your emotions, put it to the side. Don't give a fuck. Stay on your purpose. Now, and after all that, what I've said the past 10 times, everything will come to you. Yo, Afi seen I see me and Afi, we talk on the person. I sent Afi the video, I believe. I'm literally chilling in a hammock, chilling, doing my vlog, just doing me, not paying attention to nobody. Chick comes up to me, hey, can I get your Instagram? Oh, all right, boom. She's like, oh yeah, make sure here's my contact, make sure you do this, da. From was I looking for that? Was I giving a signal like, hey yo, let me see if this chick like me, let me give her the eye? I wasn't doing none of that. I was paying her no mind.
You was chilling.
Because I was paying her no mind, she was staring, she was looking at me. I'm gonna show you another video, Afi. I'm literally eating my food. And she's like, oh, can I? No matter of fact, I'm gonna give you another one. When I was at Tortuga Island, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm walking around chilling. Like I said, I'm the only dark-skinned person, only black person there, whatever the case may be. And I go sit down and have my lunch, and it's two Mexicanas, two Mexican chicks over there, and I sit down. I'm like, I'm cordial. I say, good afternoon, and I'm not really paying them no attention. Get my food, sit back down. First thing one of the Mexicans' mouth was, wow, you have so much style. Let me be very clear. All I had on was swimming trunks.
Dude, do you see that? You didn't have to shoot game. She was shooting game at you.
Thank you.
Do you see that? My video got flagged for what you just said.
That was your first one?
My first flag because of what Red Pill just said. Do you know what I'm saying? She chose up on you. She was gaming you. When you realize, we talk about it, I hear other dating coaches, everybody talk about it, we the prize, I'm the prize. When you realize that you the doggone prize, they choose up on you. And how do they come into your world?
I just thought of another one. Same thing at the beach. I don't know if I told you there was a bachelorette party over there.
No.
Side note. I think I texted this to Afi. Like, real talk. I have no receipts for this, but I've been dealing with bad chicks. I should say chicks with fat asses and cute faces since I was at least 14. So because I'm knocking on 40, I'm kind of real picky with chicks. So with that being said, it's a bachelorette party. I really wasn't feeling none of them. But because it's a group of chicks, I know about the jealousy button, and I know how it is when it comes to that. Because everybody was looking at me because I was different from most, I say all that to say, I paid them no mind. But at one point in time when I was doing my little video with my selfie stick, yo, these two, the bride to be and one of the bridesmaids did something that dudes used to do back in the day in Miami on the beach. Mind you, they had no football, but I'm walking by them, and all of a sudden the bridesmaid is running towards me, and the bride pushes her into me, where I have to catch her like, oh, todo bien? She's like, gracias, da, 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 da. I was like, yeah, no problema. And I kept it moving. Most would have been like, oh, yo, so what's your name? This and that, let me go talk to your girls. And nah, you thirsty, bro. Listen, she see me, she know where I'm at, and she want to come holler at me, she come to me, man. I see what she was doing, but I say all that to say, if you don't know, that's choosing signals, fellas. That's a choosing signal, man. That's called proximity, man. How many times you seen a chick tackle another chick? Come on, man. Can't make this shit up. I got no receipts, man. Matter of fact, damn, I wasn't tasting. Proximity, man.
That's it, man. You dropping the knowledge, because it's funny. I just did that yesterday. I think I was telling Afi Kingdom about it yesterday. So I went to the. It's funny. You just what you just said. It actually happened. It's funny when you become into this whole world, how our stories begin to collide together. I went to this winery. Girl asked me to meet her there. With her case, I don't. She was out there with her friends. So I drug my feet because I was actually working on a project at my house. So I went up there. I walked past her, and I walked the other way, and I looked at her, and I didn't say a word. And I stood in the corner, got me a glass of wine, and was listening to the band. So she asked me, "Where are you? Are you here?" So I take pictures on my phone of the environment around us. She's like, "Really?" I was like, "So where are you at?" I said, "I'm drinking a glass of wine." So I show a glass of wine. She's like, "Oh, okay." Then she said, "I took a picture of the band." Took a picture of the band. So she said, "Are you here?" I said, "Yes, I'm here." So what happens next? I want you to pay attention, because this is where the key is at. Pay attention to this. So what happened is her friend comes over and says, "Are you Lawrence?" I said, "Yes, I am Lawrence." She's like, my friend Kelly asked me to come over there so that you can come to where we're at. I said, "No, I am not coming over there." But this is where family is. So the black girl came up. I said, "No, I am not coming over there." She comes to where I am because I made my request. And I turned my head and faced the band and ignored her. She walked away. They went back and convened. This nigga here.
Yeah.
This nigga here. Who do you think he is with this black hat on and gold, not gold, but with this gray puffy coat on? I'm telling you what I did next. She sashayed herself over to where I was. "Hi, Lawrence. Why didn't you come over to where I was at?" "I told you to come to me.
I'm good where I'm at."
You come to where I am at. And then too, let me explain the dynamics of it. If I would have came over to where she was, I would have been there with her friends analyzing me and everything I did. I would have been in the seat of disadvantage versus the seat of power where I always want to be at. Second of all, she came over there. I just texted Afi Kingdom this today. She came over there and she was talking to me. And I thought I was about to pass out because her breath almost burned the hairs in my nose. I couldn't take it. I was, you know, you get that smile like,
from a chick.
Okay. He said, "And my son is this, and my cousin is," and I said, "Okay."
And I hope you are. And I'm so happy.
Right, we got to go out again. I was like, okay. And then I looked at her teeth. I was like, wait a minute. What the hell did I do? Her teeth looked like a set of, what do you call white picket fence. I'm like, oh shoot. I didn't came across a white picket fence teeth looking chick whose breath is kicking.
That's hella funny.
You gotta do.
Wow, dude. Hey, yo, before I forget, another thing I want to say too. This trip taught me something else. It taught me, no, not it taught me. It confirmed for me that I'm not a hoe. A lot of dudes is hoes for pussy, meaning they smashing the chick because it was thrown at them. Just because it was, yo, she threw it at me, so I have to take this, son. You know, so that means you don't got no standards. So you taking on damn near 4 out of 5 chicks throw pussy at you, you just taking it just cause. Nah, man, I got standards, man. I can't just fuck anything, man. Like I said, I've been smashing for pretty chicks. I've been getting chosen for a long time, man. Don't blame me, man. I'm privileged, you know what I'm saying? And I'm also your braggadocious yet humble host, the Red Pill Chauvinist. But nah, man. So because of that, I'm not a hoe for pussy no more, man. Like, I don't know who said, I don't know if it was Lawrence that said it, if Ron Wills, it was Afi. Pussy is like a hobby now, man. You can't look at pussy like food, man. Okay, that's another thing. I saw a post that said, if you can't go 45 days without ejaculating, no, 45 days without ejaculating, 60 days without sticking your dick in pussy. That's a true fact, man. I be asking people like, yo, they be like, yo, no, I gotta smash. Yo, I ain't smashing 2 weeks and stuff. I say, yo, fam, what happens if you don't smash in 2 weeks? Yo, I be going. I said, yo, so what happened before you started having sex, man? You were still able to live, right? Like, but for some reason, people feel like they have to smash something every day, every week. Like, yo, fam, you're not on your purpose, fam. Unless you want to be a porn star, then yeah, go ahead, smash everything that get thrown to you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be a master of your craft. But if it ain't being a porn star, like, ask yourself, why is pussy a priority? I'm not saying do not smash. Let's be very clear. I'm not saying don't smash. What I'm saying is that shit should not be top tier priority, my fam. Because you have to understand, once you focus on you and you do you, the top tier pussy will come to you. You won't even, what do you call that? Let's call it the Medusa effect. When you see a bad, most blue pill dudes or people who just starting the red pill, they see a bad chick, they stuck like. When I see a bad chick, I'll be like, yo, she probably don't got no personality. I gotta chop it up game with her real quick, or she's very insecure, or whatever case it may be. I don't look at her like she's a goddess and I have to bow down to her. Nah, I look at her like, all right, this is exactly, I'm gonna break her down. Because dudes don't know the prettiest women are the most insecure chicks, man. They damn near the easiest because dudes are scared to holler at them.
Red Pill.
Yo.
I got a question. What's the difference between the foreign chicks and American chicks?
Where should I start? Femininity. Let's start with that. The women outside of America are feminine. Some of you younger dudes, maybe 25 or younger, you may not even know what I'm talking about. You may not even know when I talk about feminine, you don't even know what a feminine woman is. Okay, let's describe a feminine woman. I'll give you an example. I told you the landlord gave me some food, right? And I bought the plate bag. So when I bought the plate bag, I knew what was gonna happen, but I had to test it out. So I bought the plate bag. I invited myself in, like I said, let's finish the tequila. So I went to the sink and turned the sink on. Both of the chicks got up like, yo, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm like, nah, you was nice enough to cook it for me. I said, I just cleaned it up. Sit down. No, you don't do that. In my mind, I was like, I knew they're gonna do that. They feminine. They word is born. They were looking at me like I was crazy. They're looking at me like a man doing dishes. They looked at me like, yo, what the hell are you doing? I was like, nah, I'm just. Both of them got up from the table. One grabbed one arm, the other one grabbed the plate. Like, no. And the other one washed it right then and there. Boom. And then we started taking our shots, man. So number one is femininity. Number two, well, that's overall, but within femininity, they're very they like to follow. They're cooperative. That's the word I'm looking for. Extremely I barely hear the word no. I barely hear the word no. I literally, as I was saying that, I was thinking in my mind how many times I actually heard the word. I literally probably heard it maybe twice. And I think one of them was like, is that your real hair? And she said no. I mean, should I go on? Should I move further? All right. Let's another part of the game I should talk about. If your game ain't tight outside the country, these chicks will scam you. These chicks will get you. I'm not even gonna hold you. If you still blue pill or you just into the red pill, you still kind of in the middle, you're gonna come out here and get got. These bitches are bad. But they got game. Because you gotta understand, let me tell you something. When you grow up in a culture where sex isn't as serious as it's taken in America, trust me, women learn the game from young because they learn it from their mama, their tia, their abuela. You know what I'm saying? Everybody teaching them, man. So by the time they get 21, 22 and up, they damn near masters of the game because they met enough American dudes who's on some, hey, yeah, I'm Americano, I have money, I have this. No, stupid. You got to come in there and mix with the peoples. Like I put in one of my Instagram drops. Like I went to my driver. I went to his chicken spot, man. I went to his hood. I don't stay on no resort. I don't want to. No, don't take me to the like I'm scared of it. No, I'm a person just like everybody else. Y'all might speak a different language, but we all human, man. It's not where you at. It's where you from is what they say, right? So if I'm in the Pueblo, I'm acting like I'm from the Pueblo, man. I'm saying what up to the peoples. You know what I mean? Like just being a personal person, man. And that's how you got to be. When you go out the country, number one, Get your game up, man, because if not, you're gonna be stunned. You're gonna get the Medusa. I'll give you a Medusa effect. But one of my I hope this dude ain't watching this shit. You know who I'm talking about, man. Yo, brought one of my dudes to Colombia and took him to the spot. And I straight up told him, I said, yo, you ain't never been here, but yo, there's something called the Medusa effect. He said, what you mean? I said, listen, when you go in this spot, because this dude is darker than me, he got dreads and all that. And it's a spot where they got no black people. I said, yo, when you go in there, everybody gonna be staring at you. Be easy. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna sit at the table. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get some drink. We're gonna party. You know, we're gonna chill. He said, all right, no doubt, no doubt. I said, yo, but the Medusa effect, you're gonna see a bitch, you're gonna be stuck. She gonna grab you, you're gonna go. He said, ah, no, it's not even gonna happen. On everything. Word to Haiti. Before we even got to the door of the club, I turned around, I paid my joint, I turned around, saw a dude hopping in the cab, like, yo, I'll be back and going. I'm like, yo, like, we didn't even make it inside the, end up going to breakfast with chick the next morning. I'm like, yo, fam, you in a country with straight up from a scale of 1 to 10, you in a country of chicks that are for a scale of 1 to 10, they're about an 8 to a 12, man. And you over here loving up one chick for a day and a half, 2 days. That's the shit you should avoid, man. Opciones, man. Mucha opciones. Like if your mouthpiece is tight, man, like I tell these chicks straight up, man, I'm not here for that P2P. People know what P2P stand for. I'm not here for that P2P, man. So if your mouthpiece is correct, man, you can talk to any chick outside the country, man. They love Americanos, man. I'm assuming most of the people here are from America. They love Americanos, man. But don't go out there on some, I'm a big baller. Let me buy you this. Nah, man, that's fucking up the game. Let me tell you how that's fucking up the game. Because when you go out there balling and say, all right, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy that for you. When I come out there, they're looking at me like, you're not gonna buy me this? I'm like, no. They're like, but you Americano. I'm like, yeah, so? Oh, every time the American come, they do this, they do that. I'm like, yeah, the people from this, people from major cities like the ball when they go out the country, like, yo, it's not about that, man. It's not about making it rain when you're out the country, man. That makes you a target. That makes you let me stop, man. It's starting to get hot. But yeah, man, I hope I said enough about going outside the country, about the women. About the women, man, like it's good and bad. You have the femininity, they're cooperative, they don't say no. But at the same time, if you go out there with no game, with no, you don't go out there as a man who can control his emotions, think with his big head and not his little head, you're gonna get got, man. But I ain't gonna lie, man. I keep saying I'm not gonna get married, but I always say not in America. Okay? I make that very, very, very clear. I can easily see myself marrying a foreign chick, man. And every time I talk about a foreign chick, my friends be like, oh, yo, so when you bring her to America? I will never, ever, ever, yo, somebody record this. I will never, ever, ever bring a chick to America, man. I don't want her having that westernized mindset. I don't want her going to, nah, man, what you coming to America for? You don't need American culture. What's American culture? Ask yourself that. What's American culture? Because I know when I go outside the country, I see their culture. Everybody's in the culture. It's not one sect, this sect. What's American culture, man? Come on, man. Definitely get out the country.
Now, let me drop another side of that, what you just said about the American, how women here are Americanized and how that disease has affected them. Now, some guys may never get out of the country. What do you do then? So what you do then is, if you never get out of the country and experience women who are at that level of femininity that Red Pill just shared, what you have to do is you have to learn how to train your cat. So a lot of times you have to train her. And I said this with one of my dudes, and he looked at me like I was funny when I said train. But you got to learn how to train her. You train her on how to walk back into her femininity, how to serve you, how to be cooperative, and most of all, how to respect you. A lot of women in America have been convinced that those things are sins. But if you can train her, how do you train her? By leading her on what to do. So you may not ever go out of the country and experience that level of femininity in a woman, but what you can do is begin to train the women around you. If she does not want to go through your training, then she has to go. That's when you come to the resolve that this is what you want and you stand on your convictions. A lot of times what happens is the reason why men buckle is the same reason why they buckle outside of the country is because they buckle because they have their dick in their hand and they have their dick in their hand and they don't put it in their pocket. So what that means is this. So what you do is you can't be thinking with your lower nature. You have to think with your higher nature. And how do I cultivate this woman into what I want? Now, if she does not want to cooperate with that, then she must go. It goes into the book that I'm writing now called The Queen Maker. So the Queen Maker makes queens. Now, she may not stay all the way. That's okay. But you made her into a queen. Now, what happens is when you go out of the country, they automatically somebody didn't drop, Mr. Boyd didn't drop that $5, $4.99 inside of you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Mr. Boyd.
Mr. Boyd, shout out for super chat. Another classic, Afi, expert level. Yeah, thanks, man. That
life game. There we go. Thank you, Mr. Boyd. I'm spitting life game, man. I ain't prioritizing no chick. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. Go ahead.
Right.
My bad, Lawrence. That's
why guys must take their hand off their dick out their hand and begin to be the man. That's how I know. That's who said that sounds like Afi again. That's that. I'm rhyming again, man. I'm rhyming with this stuff.
You know, when I start feeling it, man.
Right. Take your dick out your hand.
It comes just like the whole house, man.
Right.
When I get revved up.
Right. So a lot of guys have to take their dick out of their hand and start to be the man and start ruling with not with your lower nature, with your higher nature. When you rule with your higher nature, she has no other choice but to follow you. She has no other choice to do what you say do. She'll walk in the room and get wet because she's thinking about you. But most of you guys have your dick in your hand and now you cannot be the man. So you start chasing, like he said, outside of the country, and you actually mess up the game. And, wow, that's good. Wow, somebody said Japanese women are extremely feminine. Been stationed here from age 18 to 21 to 18 to 20, and was great. See, 2015, because the culture.
That's what Jonathan say too. I said I've never been, but Jonathan always, you know, he live in Japan. He always say that they super feminine out there.
We got these gorillas over in America. I don't know what the hell is wrong with them. I deal with them all the time on Facebook. They get mad at me, want to cuss me out. One educated
gorillas.
Yeah, gorillas up here. I have one educated one try to come to me educate like she was speaking, you know.
Listen, I love chopping them down, Lawrence.
The
educated one with master's degrees and PhDs.
Oh my God!
Man. I tore her. Me at all, man.
I tore her dreads up. She deleted me off. She deleted me off of there. So you know when I see her in Cleveland, or where I live at, when I see her, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you another level of game. When I see her, she deleted me off of Facebook because we had words, and I would not agree that I believe certain things. When I see her in person, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell her to come here, come get daddy a hug.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Exactly.
Come get daddy a hug.
Exactly.
And she's going to melt. You know why? Yeah. Because I took her on an emotional roller coaster where she's angry at me. Now I'm dipping her back down where she's loving me.
Yo, somebody got to drop a super chat for that. Somebody got to drop a super chat for that.
Super chat.
Y'all ain't ready for that. Together, whatever. Somebody put a super chat for that one, man. I don't think y'all listening to Lawrence, man.
And still, I am still texting away. Dropping game. And
still, I am still texting away.
Still texting away. Let me tell you what I just told her. You ready? Y'all ready for this?
Sure.
So this is what I said. She sent me a picture. She said, I like when you lick on my body. I said, how much do you like it? I don't believe you.
Challenge.
There you go. It gets wet when you touch me with your tongue. Come do it and see. Next, what did Lauren say? As I'm licking you, I want you to play with your nipples and rub your pussy.
Direction.
Y'all not ready for this.
Direction. Like Afi said, pointed out, the challenge. I've been doing that since high school. Chicken my I can do this. I bet you can't suck my dick with honey though. Yes, I can. No, you can't. You probably whack with that shit. I worked. All right, we'll see you after school then. I was doing that in the fucking 90s, fellas. Y'all still talking about how to talk to a chick? Can we move on, please? Please,
push,
man.
It's push, pull. Push her away.
Law of opposites.
Shh. You push. I pushed her away. You can't do it. Then I pull her back into me. I want to see what you can do. Y'all know, I'm telling you. I've been, like you said, I've been doing it.
Believe it.
But the thing, you can do it with verbal, but you can also do it in a text message. But back to what we were saying, because I got sort of sidetracked there with the text message, because I'm texting while we dropping game. It's so important that you understand that the women in America have been so socially programmed out of their femininity that what happens is when a man steps in, when a man is in his femininity, they want to combat him. When they win, then they revert into their true feminine nature. And what happens is most men buckle just when they're about to break.
All because of the pussy. Let's keep it 100.
Yeah.
Shout out to Stefan. What's up, fool?
Stefan, what it do, man? Lottery Guru said, Red Pill, you right, bro. 2 years ago, I had approach anxiety. I had to push. I had to push myself to take action by getting out my comfort zone. That's what I'm saying. Get out your comfort zone. You can't grow in comfort. Man, yo, y'all check out I got a video out on What's Confidence, man. That's a shameless plug. I got a video out on What's Confidence, man. It's a 4-parter. The first part really tells you how you get what is confidence, man. Once you know what confidence is, then you can gain it. Like, check it out, man. Once I get back into the States, I'm gonna load the rest of the parts and all that. But yeah, man, get out your comfort zone. There's nothing good in your comfort zone, man. What you get out of that? What you getting out of that? Come on, man. That's not growth, man. If you're doing the same thing, if you're doing and thinking the same way or doing the same thing you were, let's say 3 years ago, yo, bro, you wilding. You wilding. Yo, you every 3 years you gotta at least have a different perspective on something. If not, then what are you doing? I don't know if you know. I got my background in biology, whatever the case may be, and I learned that every 7 years you have an entirely new body. See, I don't like to get into the physics or metaphysical, whatever the case may be, but think about that, man. Your body regenerates itself to the point every 7 years your entire body is like a new model car, man. But if you're not taking care of the soil as you're growing mentally, physically, then that new body ain't gonna be as good, man. But I'm sidetracking, man. But basically what I'm saying, man, it's all about growth, man. Grow, man. Read, explore, challenge yourself, fail, get back up again. I talk about resilience. Y'all look that word up. If I wasn't resilient after being dismissed from medical school after 3 years, paid them over 6 figures in bread, I had to be resilient and know that I'm bigger than that. Like F them. Like, it's their problem for not keeping me. I could have made their school famous. That's how I looked at it. And I mean, I moved on for that and became who I am today, man. I believe I'm a better person than I would have been if I had finished that road over there, man. So I'll say all that to say everything happened for a reason, man. Even when Shorty couldn't come to the trip, I said, you know what? I ain't gonna lie, for the first 120 seconds, I was like, oh, damn, why can't she come? And this, that, and then I was like, study your lessons. In the other situation, you'd be like, everything happened for a reason, so why would it change this time? Everything happened for a reason, and trust me, the whole time I've been out here, I'm like, yo, if she came, she would have been holding me up, man. I had more fun by myself than I would have had if she came with me, man. And I'm done with that.
I want to give a shout out to Sid Jones with that super chat out in the chat room. Holla, I see you, bro. I see you. That's how you let you know that what's being said from these great men means something to you because you're putting something on it. Now, when you did that, that actually elevated your game. Can I share this little bit of the story?
Go ahead, go.
Sure.
Let me share a little bit of the story. This is game, but it's not game what you think it is. When I got a set amount of money, and I want you guys to pay attention to this. When I got this set amount of money, I've been listening to several people on YouTube. Pay attention to the game. Pay attention to the game here. And so what I did was those 5 individuals, I was prompted out of abundance, not scarcity, to give to each individual. Because what they shared with me helped elevate me and my game and nurtured me. So a lot of times the reason why the game ain't working for you because you never paid for it. So we can drop so much game to you, but if you never pay for it or you never put a dollar amount on the value of the game, it never works for you. Fast forward, 5 months later, I was invited onto a hangout with 2 of the people that I sold money into what they're doing. One individual that I already sold the money to has already been reaping the harvest from what I gave. The second individual that I gave money to that nobody knew I gave money to, guess what happened? I began to reap the benefit from it, hence just this week.
It's a cycle.
People don't understand what we share. We're giving our life. I'm giving you what I went through. I'm giving you my disappointments. I'm giving you the times that girls walked away. I'm giving you stuff that I went through that I paid for with my behind. I'm telling you stuff I failed at 2 marriages. I'm giving you stuff that I had to go study and research. But I hear people say, this ain't free game. This game was never free for me. I had to pay. And when I hear expert level life game like this, I put some money on it. I make sure I do the exchange. When I gave the one individual the money, said, what you asking me for? They know who they are because they're listening right now.
Yeah.
I said, dude, I got to give this to you. The next day I gave the money to my brother. I got a job offer. Y'all don't understand how this works.
You're not listening, man.
When you
deposits and withdrawals, man, withdrawals and deposits, man, that's a part of life too, man.
Right.
Gotta get to receive.
So that's the thing. Some of you still in that simp tribe because you want to take, and not realizing that it's a cycle that you give and take. It's receiving and giving. You're getting good game. So the guys who dropped that super chat, I'm telling you right now, your game about to go to another level.
Exactly.
Because you honoring the people here. You honoring Afi Kingdom. You honoring Red Pill. You honoring Lawrence D. Adams by saying, dude, what you're saying, I can identify. Let me put 5 on it. Let me put a dot, whatever you can put on it. It's showing that you show respect.
It shows that they're ready for the game and they got the vision for it to where when they hear it, they really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these cats just think this shit is entertaining. And for one end, I think that's cool. But at the same time, you dig what I'm saying? I'm on here for a reason, man. I'm really trying to put y'all cats on game. I'm trying to put y'all cats on game. I'm trying to put y'all cats on life, experience, fucking movie game, music game, life game, savage game, game with hoes, game with mind shit. Not pick up tricks. You did what I'm saying? Travel game, book game, elevation game, abundance game, spontaneous game. That's why I want Patreon.
I like that spontaneous game, man.
This is all this that you get over here, man. It take you 77 drops to match this shit, man, in one day. You go over there and you got to cherry pick this information. You getting fire game from all across the lane. Right here. This is what you get. This is what happens on Sundays. That's why y'all gotta put respect on the game, man.
Gotta put respect. I'm not here to entertain anybody.
Exactly. I'm not an entertainer.
I'm not an. I'm by nature. I'm a teacher. I've been teaching young men for over 20 years. So this is nothing new to me. The young men that I've taught are now married with kids. This ain't new.
So you saying we got 3 teachers here then, right here. I used to teach. Afi teach. You know what I mean? Everybody know how to. Basically, that's a skill showing that you know how to lead people. To be able to teach, you have to be able to lead. And they also tell you teaching is actually learning twice. I know y'all heard that before.
I like that.
Hell yeah. I mean, when I was teaching, I was like, oh, yeah, I got to actually really relearn this stuff so I'm spitting it to the youth. So I got to be on point. I can't just be guessing. So yeah, I have to learn it again. And damn near mastered it, man.
We don't get the credit, fam. Just because you know hella fucking shit, regardless of who the fuck you are, whatever professor you are, whatever librarian you are, whatever fucking anybody. Learning something and being able to teach what you know to others levels to this shit.
Thank you.
Effectively, everybody ain't doing it. Everybody can't do it.
It's a skill.
He said it ain't just a new platform, Lawrence. Yeah. What you put in is what you get out,
Yeah, most guys think that it's gonna be entertainment. We laughing, he ha ha. Dude, my thing is I want to see you get to the next level. Because if I'm seeing you push up, I'm seeing you say, I just put a drop in. I just put a drop in about getting your house together, getting your kingdom together. God just said, I just ran across this, and I'm going to do what you said do. You know what I asked him next? Dude, let me know your results when you got your stuff together when the chick comes over. I'm looking for results. I'm not looking just to drop something, just to drop it so you can feel good. Like, oh, that nigga dropped some good fire stuff. I feel that. Then you go to bed.
Say it again.
Drop some nigga, then drop some fire shit. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's how they be sounding, huh?
Yeah. But then they go home, they go back off of this, and guess what happens? They have no girl, no rotation, no management, and they're looking at the 4 corners of the wall. I want you to get this, man. I don't care if you know what I'm saying. You need to get this. Please understand our passion as teachers. I'm not certified as a teacher. I taught Sunday school. I taught an all-male Sunday school, all young men Sunday school for years. So this is nothing new. And I taught men outside of this. So for me to do this, because it's my passion. I want to see you go to the next level. But one thing I know, because I understand people and I understand my people, until you put something on it, it ain't gonna mean nothing to you.
Motherfucker. So wildlife. It's all good. We good.
Yeah, people don't understand this is valuable, man. I could be doing something else. That's why I'm texting. I'm texting while we dropping jewels.
Listen, I could be downstairs with my landlord right now. You know, talking. We could be talking downstairs right now, but I'm here with you guys, man, chopping up game, man. Don't get a
question in the chat.
Y'all got me fired up. Y'all got me fired up. I'm gonna have to check after this chat, man. Yeah, I hear. Yeah. Okay, what'd you say, Afi?
I said, let's get a fire question in the chat.
If not, I'm gone, man.
Yes, sir. Said Jones. Who said Jones? What up? What up?
They got to drop some. Please come with some heat with the question. You got a question you really want to ask? Please, this is the time now. The clock is ticking.
Yeah, we about to be out. We're gonna give him a 2-minute clock, Lawrence. Lawrence, you're right. You can watch all the videos, all the infills videos, but if you don't take action, it's a waste of time. Absolutely.
I'm gonna tell you what that is. Let me tell you what exactly. When you just watch all these game and information and how to get girls and what to do, infielding, outfielding, back, direct, indirect, backwards, direct, and around the corner. And that just don't fight against Allen Roger Curry, do whatever the case. I'm not talking about that. It's not. I'm not on that mess. But what I am saying, when you just do that, it's just like you're masturbating. And you're not really inside of a woman. You imagine it that you are, because you can't get the real thing.
Wow.
Some of you are mentally masturbating from off of this information because you're afraid to go and get the real thing. Man, y'all ain't got me stirred. I hope this is what I got the.
You remind me about something, man. When I was growing up, I never thought I'd say this in public, but yeah, growing up, like I used to tell my friends, like I have friends that be like, oh yeah, this, that, third, yeah, I'm about to go masturbate, or I'm about to go jerk. I'm like, are you serious? They'd be like, yeah, I'm about to go. I'm looking like, how the fuck would you do that? There's bitches around. So I say that to say, like, this is funny.
Somebody got a question.
The first time that I masturbated was when I was in a committed relationship when I was 22. What sense that make? The first time I masturbated was when I was in a relationship, a committed relationship. The fuck sense that make? And you got single dudes masturbating? My idea was, shit, if I want it, I gotta go hunt for it. I'm gonna go get it. Y'all dudes now, y'all quote unquote hungry and you'll go to the porn. Nah, yo, I'm in the mall. This is when I'm a kid. I'm in the mall, I'm in the supermarket. I'm riding my bike around town, just hollering at people, just talking to them. You over here, you wanna use your fucking hand? Nah, son. And I'm gonna tell you, after I did it, I didn't feel right. I'm like, I don't know how motherfuckers do this shit right here, man. This shit ain't a woman. Like, fuck you do, man. That's not for me, man. And then we gotta talk about semen retention. That's something else. That's a whole different episode.
We got a question here. It says, yo, have you ever ran game on a community hoe that the B turned loyal or at least act like she is? I know the answer, but I want y'all to tell these dudes. Can you talk? And then another question is, can you talk about leading? So you want to cover the first questions. Have you ever ran game on a community hoe that be turned loyal or at least act like she is? I know the answer, but I want y'all to tell these dudes.
Basically, is he acting? Have you ever tried to turn a hoe into not a housewife, but like a side piece? Is that what the question is saying?
I think that's what it is. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Well, I'm not, like I said, I'm not a dating coach, relationship expert. So, but me personally, I mean, okay, let me say this also. I don't trust women. You know what I mean, I've had enough experiences. I have enough experience, read enough things, and like I said, from my own experience, I know like it's in their nature to not tell the truth because they live off emotions. Like I've learned that men talk direct. They talk in a way to communicate what they want, so we could just get whatever need to get done. Women, they talk in a way to appease, to make everybody happy, and have them do everything that they want. So I say all this. I don't trust women. So to answer your question, I wouldn't even attempt to make a community hoe loyal or act like she is. And like I said, I'm not a dating expert, relationship coach. So y'all go ahead.
I'll say this. Anytime a man thinks that he can convert a community hoe, lets me know from my playing field that his self-esteem is not in place. Second of all, if he knows everybody ran through it, why would he want to be with someone that ran to her? And say the game that you ran make her feel that the way she wanted to. Now, then you made her ran that game on her and now she wants to be loyal. Then let me say this, because I understand what you're saying now. What you have to do is you must take this girl through hoops to prove that she is not. What, you see something, bro?
Hell yeah, but don't worry about
it. What you got to do is you got to make. Go ahead, Alpha.
Oh, hello. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see.
It's just like Talaran is saying, it's just a game. You cannot turn that woman, community hoe, into a loyal.
I've never turned a hoe into a housewife nor tried to attempt it to, but what I have done is meet a woman and find out that she has hoe tendencies through interaction. Like when I meet her, I have this intent of who I think she is. And then once I maybe converse with her, maybe the first time and then maybe the second time, she turns out to be something different than what I pre-qualify her to be. You know what I'm saying? Women, like little shit, like when women, like this is free games, like when women, when you talk to women, you cats, and you're speaking to women and say there's things like, if a man can do it, women can do it, like that feminist shit, like that. But just a sexual level, like that, those be hoes. Any woman that justify like shit like that, off the top or get defensive, I mean, will y'all be doing it? That's hoe shit. That's whole shit, just off the top. Because a real woman, it's supposed to be the opposite. She's supposed to look down at shit like that. Like, oh well, a girl can have fun and shit like that. You gotta take her out a wifey card just from those clues right there. You continue to still deal with her and still date her, and then have a baby by her, and then later on, she end up being crazy, and then the other baby daddy before you, she fuck with off and on, and you in the mix. And it been two niggas at your church then hit. Now you got a baby by it. But see, she didn't give you them clues way before. You ignored it because you was just like, she's solid somewhat. Everybody has a past and all that type of shit, man. People's past is what makes them what they are, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So the other question was, can you talk about leading? That was by Collins. Can you talk about leading? Leading. So leading. Talk about leading women.
Leading women is okay. Let me get.
You gotta have confidence first, right? You can't lead anybody without confidence, right?
Give them the story time now. This is how I'm gonna tell y'all the lesson. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be out after the story time.
Okay. Well, we'll all be out after the story time. I'm gonna just drop the mic after I finish. So what this lesson is gonna go over is it's gonna go over abundance mindset. It's gonna go over things that happen when you travel. It's gonna go over being assertive. It's gonna also go over understanding women and how they react to things. So all this story is gonna teach you all 5 of those lessons right there. Then you might get one on the side just thinking about it. So I was talking to Lawrence and I was speaking about Mo 1, and what I was saying was I didn't think Mo 1 was a good thing to be taught to people who couldn't get women. Mo 1 is cool. It's cool to have in your arsenal, but if you shouldn't teach that to cats that couldn't get girls. Like if you don't have success with women, that shouldn't be your first move. It's not gonna work for you. So I thought of an example of when I use Mo 1, but when I use the Mo 1 is finesse game. So I'm on a cruise. I'm on a cruise and I'm going to, where the fuck was I going? I don't know. Maybe it was Jamaica. Going on the cruise to Jamaica. So I'm on the cruise. Gambling. It's this white chick. Hella ass. Like super cakes and shit. She was from, I don't know. She like Ohio, some just off shit or whatever. So she was there. So we're gambling and shit, whatever. And where the little slot machines is at. So she's sitting down. I put $1 into her slot. Right. So I put it into her slot and she looked at me. And then she was just like, oh, you want to play all in my slots? Boom. So now it's like, okay, now it's time to turn to level 3 now. Just off that. Okay. So, because she didn't have to say that. She didn't have to say that. But
pick up on that.
right? So then she said that. So I'm like, ooh, level 3, bam. So now the whole swag didn't change now. You feel me? It started as an introduction. Now it's like, potential. That's the vibe. That's how you gotta feel it when shit happens. This is how come when y'all. This is why y'all don't close. Because what I'm teaching you right now is how to close. You don't just keep going. You have to evaluate where. Okay, now which way we gonna go now? It has to happen like that. That's why you be going on these dates, 1, 2, 3 dates, and you be making that, and you don't close because you don't know how to close. I'm telling you how to close. You have to feel the vibe. You got to keep. Okay, so look, boom. So she say that. So because if you know if y'all been on the cruise, they got a casino on the cruise. So we're on the cruise ship, but it's the casino part. So I tell her my name. She tell me her name, whatever. And I'm like, damn, man, you got what did I say? Like you thick like a sister, man. You shitting on them, and she got hella flattered by that. And I was telling Lawrence because white chicks with ass. No, the direct competition. The direct competition is black chicks with ass. That's the direct competition right there. So from me saying that, she's super flattered by that because that's why she's doing it. That's her ulterior motive right there. She white and thick, so her job is to get the brothers from the sisters. So me acknowledging that is giving her twice the whole shit. All right, so now we at a 5 now. So now I'm like, man, something happened with a drink, and I made a bet or something. Oh, she had the unlimited pass for the drinks and shit. So she got us some drinks, and then I had made some type of deal for we had to kiss each other. So anyway, so I start kissing her and shit. So I knew her like 5 minutes. I start tonguing her and shit, grabbing her ass like, bitch, grabbing her ass and shit. My partner there, he laughing and shit. And this even it was a whole nother chick who seen that shit, who I ended up fucking with later, who seen me doing this shit with this chick. And she ended up being the choose to the left. But anyways, so after that, so then we start kissing and shit. She like, ooh, hella turned on and shit. I'm like, yeah, you like that shit? And then I was like, we gonna fuck tonight. And she was just like, ooh. So it's like, oh, okay, ooh, that's how you feel, ooh, okay, level 9. Okay, so we already at a level 9. We already at a level 9, and it ain't even been 10 minutes yet. But see, I'm using the mode 1 direct approach, but I'm doing it bounced off of what she doing. That's how you win. You fucking go up to random bitches and be like, let me look at you. I'm thinking about you, girl, and all that shit. Man, they gonna choose on me because I'm gonna walk around with finesse game. I'm gonna make them smile and frown, and then tell them how I'm gonna take them around town. Yeah. So look, so we kissing and I'm grabbing her ass. Y'all thought I forgot. Nope. Just wanted to give y'all some extra free games. So we we kissing and shit. I'm walking around with her. So I'm like, you ever shout out to Mr. Jackson. That's what's up. What's up, fam? So I told her, yeah, we gonna fuck tonight. So I'm like, man, yeah, I bet you ain't ever got fucked on the cruise ship. She started laughing and shit. I'm like, I'm not talking about, and she's just like, you don't know my business. I'm like, I'm not talking about on the cruise ship. I'm talking about like on the boat. I take her to the front of the boat. It's pitch dark out there. Nobody can see. I know I'm about to fulfill her fantasy. Because ain't no dude bold enough to even think to do that. So I know she ain't done it before. Somebody she just met. Bent her over, and we made footage, and I got the video.
Two thumbs up, man.
Story time. Mode 1 conservatives learn how to read female behavior. That's the lesson.
Always remember, women are little girls, man. I always call women little. Once I want to get with a chick, I call a little girl. Like I never call a woman like, no, you're a little girl. You're a little baby. I mean, you gotta be daddy. You gotta be dad. Never look at. She not on your level, man. Don't treat her like she on your level. Once you do that, she gonna see like, nah, this dude not standing in his masculinity, man.
Well, let me correct Mr. Boy, because I'm gonna give you some expo level game that you don't even know that I'm about to give you, because what he just said, you use mode 1 when it's easy to see she choosing. You feel me? I'm a correct you. You use Mo 1 when you feeling just fire flame games. When it just don't matter. That's when you use it. You ever felt that way about yourself? Just a day you like, ooh, just get a haircut, just say some slick shit. Soon as you walk outside, somebody like, good morning. Okay, mailman like, ooh, what your mail coming? Ooh, it's gonna be an icy day.
What you talking about?
Use Mo 1.
What you talking about?
For chat, nigga.
See, this is stuff I don't talk about, man. But this is how I feel. That's why I say I'm the braggadocious yet humble host, man. I don't brag too much because people ain't ready. I don't think people ready for the braggadocious side. So I try to be very, very humble, man. I sit my ass down, man, and just observe, man. I know exactly what you mean, man.
You got something to say, man? Let me see what's going here. All right.
Yes, sir.
One more, and that's it, man. Hurry up with some fire.
Let's go.
Super chat or get on the Patreon and subscribe to both these people because I put both their numbers in the chat.
Shout out to Collins. Collins, he just subscribed to my channel. So shout out to you, man. Appreciate you.
You know, Collins just got juice. He keeps changing his fucking name and his picture and shit. I don't know why you keep doing that. I know it's
from the feds, man.
Who you hiding from, man? You guys,
he said, lottery guru said, how do you guys deal with people trying to pull you down and change you when you're transitioning to Red Pill mindset? Yo, like I stated earlier, maybe you didn't hear that part. You have to get to a point in your mind, in your life where you don't give a F, IDGAF, man. So with that being said, you don't care what anybody else think. You on your Red Pill journey. Who cares what they think about you? What that mean? What's that gonna do for you? Like, unless you're in a situation where you could possibly lose, money or business from that, okay, understandable. But besides that, I don't understand what the issue is. Listen, yo, I'm damn near like a black sheep in my family. I'm not being literal, but I don't be at the family functions because when I go, it's me versus, can I have a side of my family where it's mostly women? You know what I mean? So, and the way they pick their dudes, the dudes aren't standing in their masculinity. So when I come in, standing in my joint, and they used to being with an older man than myself, and they used to running that dude. So they come to me, especially since I'm much younger than them, they try to, battle me. Like, I'm not here for that. Then it changes the atmosphere of the party. Because I'm standing on mine. I'm not changing how I feel and what I think because you think differently and we've been cousins for how many years and the rest of the family don't feel that way. Nah, F that. I am who I am, man. Like Popeye always says, man. I am what I am. So to answer your question, how do you deal with people who pull you down while you're trying to change the Red Pill mindset? You cut those people out your life, or you at least put them on ice, man. You don't got to come out complete, but put them on ice, man, until they come back around and see the new you, man. The evolved you.
Let me drop a spin to even that. So what happens is you're transitioning from out of blue pill into red pill. So in your transition, people come into your life to see if your conviction into this new way of thinking is solid. And so all they're doing, if you realize what people are doing, they're not doing it purposely. It's really just you testing. They're just you. I'm going metaphysical, I know. As above is so beneath. But they're just you testing your conviction and what your new belief is. So if you have someone saying, I still am in the blue pill state of mind, why are you doing that? But you made a transition into red pill. They are just indirectly, is really you making sure you indirectly are convicted and convinced that this way of thinking is for you. I see it happen all the time. When a person makes a transition and they no longer just want to deal with one woman, then what happens is all the most beautiful women in the world come that says, I just want to be with you. And you say, why is this happening? It's because it's a test to see if you're going to stand by your convictions that you believe that this new way of thinking is for you. If you do not pass the test, you will convert back into blue pill and not stand in red pill. So this is the issue that's going on. You don't get mad at them. You thank him. Thank you. You're making sure that I'm convinced that this way of thinking is for me.
Another thing I want to say to add to that is that people who are transitioning to this red pill mindset, like I've heard someone else say before that you know, while they're transitioning, some of them all they need is a blowjob just to go right back into that blue pill mindset, man. So I say that to say, if you're going into this red pill mindset, yo, you gotta stay on your you gotta stay in your mindset, man. You gotta study your lessons. That's what I'll say. Study your lessons, because when I first started this, the mindset started creeping in, but there was so many other distractions that it wouldn't seep in quick enough. So what I started doing was listening, reading, and experiencing more, going out there daily, so that the mindset was sticking in daily. Excuse me, because the distraction out there to keep you away from the red pill mindset, to keep you blue pill, to keep you asleep per se. There's more distractions out there to keep you asleep than to actually, you know, wake your ass up. So just know there's more distractions out there to bring you back to the blue pill mindset than there are things to keep you in the red pill mindset, man. So be strong, man. We need some warriors, red pill warriors, man.
And it's funny, once you begin to actually get past that, what do you call that, testing stage or that boundary, you'll see that those people who don't agree or whatever the case may be, they begin to disappear.
Yep.
They begin to disappear. They begin to disappear for two reasons. You're convinced. Second of all, you, like you said initially, you just don't give a rat's butt about what other people think. My grandfather used to say, what you think about me is none of my business.
Thank you.
What you think about me is none of my business. I ain't gonna say what other thing he used to say.
Yeah, I know what the real saying is. I hope y'all listen to what he said, and it's true.
Right.
Other people's opinions about you is none of your effing business.
None of your business. Now my grandfather was famous, and people used to talk about him, but he didn't say, you know what? It didn't stop him from doing what he needed to do, because he was convinced that this was the way I need to go. And that's how you must be. You must be convinced that this lifestyle, this way of thinking is where I need to go. If not, see you later. There's a passport back to Simpville.
We're gonna end it on that note right there, man.
Yes, sir. Perfect. Perfect ending, man. Appreciate everybody for joining the chat, man. Check out the Red Pill Chauvinist channel. Check out that What's Confidence drop that I did, man. Definitely, everybody should definitely watch that, man. Like I said, it's all about, you know, knowing yourself, because once you got confidence, law of attraction start working its miracles, man. So definitely check that out, sub it out. You know what I'm saying? Share the videos and all that, man. Red Pill Chauvinist. And give me some time for this vlog, man, for this Costa Rican trip, man, because I want to do it official, man. So I don't got no producing credits or, you know, editing credits. So I gotta go to the lab and learn. This is what I'm talking about. I gotta go learn something new now, something I'm uncomfortable with, but at the end I'll be a better person at the end. So definitely check out the travel vlog. I try to have it, I don't know, within the next 30 days, man. But appreciate everybody for being here, man. Fellas, y'all have a good night. Appreciate chopping it up with y'all as usual. Hopefully we not hopefully, but can't wait to do it again, man. Same bad time, same bad channel next Sunday.
Lawrence.
As you see, I'm Lawrence D. Adams. I want to thank the esteemed panel, Attraction Action, Afi King, and Red Pill Chauvinist for an excellent show. Look for me on Lawrence D. Adams. Limited seats for Patreon. You must qualify to even get onto the Patreon to get the information I'm going to drop. You have to qualify to get on there. I'm not going to give the link to it, because you have to qualify to make sure you're ready for what I'm about to share. Once you qualify for it, then you'll get the link to my Patreon. See you soon. When I get to, 350, I go live. 350 subscribers on YouTube, then I go live. At that point, I will do another drop that should be out in a couple days.
All right. Thanks for having y'all, man. Peace out, y'all.
Peace to everybody, man. Peace to the world.